Hello, my U-Turn family. Welcome to the U-Turn Show. If you are new, this is a platform for empowering our communities through impactful conversations, real life stories, and resources for youth and women. Every Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, we gather here to spotlight voices that challenge limits and those that reminds us that real change begins the moment we choose to turn in a new direction, to make a U-turn. So, if you are navigating change in your life, looking for clarity, or building the next big thing, you belong here. So, share this conversation and stick with us as we begin the real talk, real growth, real U turn. Wow. Wow. Thank you, everyone. Those who've already joined us, please share as you have heard. Today, we are spotlighting a very important, powerful woman, a powerhouse, Nyibol Ajak Thiong. And I am also joined here by my colleague Alakir. Hey, Alakir, thanks for joining. And maybe more U10 members will join later, but we're really excited to host Nyibol, an author of a very important book abroad real soon. So this conversation is impactful, is empowering, and we don't want anyone to miss it. So share it with your friends. Invite your friends. Let us know where you're joining from in the comment section as always. So before I can talk, I don't want to, but you know, but spotlight Banya now our very important special guest here. So New Boulder, thanks for joining the U10 show today. We are honored. I know me no quite you, but for the sake of few people who may not know you, can you just briefly, share about yourself? Before Ben walk into our deep question for today. So take it away, New Boulder.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me, Akwa. And thank you for audience event today. I'm Nyibol Ajak Thiong. And I write the book Chagor, Grounded, A Tale of Surviving Hardship. And to migrate to Canada in 2001. So I read about it in London, Ontario. And
Thank you.
okay, back to you. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So you wonder what y'all deep into our today conversation. So question then I will jump. So you can always think about 2001. But before 2001, been Canada or been Jabu Bugor, been a graduate. I know you're very humble in Chikorvara and there are almost 50 people watching you. So, this is your moment to shine. So take us back to your early memories, your early years growing up, in South Sudan, running to Kakuma Refugee Camp or other displacement camp. What are some of the experiences or survival experiences that shape who you are today, that brought you on the U-turn platform today? Because you've been thinking in a new pool. So take it away. Take us back to the memory. You know what story do?
Oh, wow. Yeah, my early memories of childhood started in my Amokwe. My uncle decided to go to Ethiopia. My sister and I, and well, Kujel uncle family. And then, so what did Jan Banana first time by Jan chat? Na loku what did I chat? Then what chat tell go my mama go luen na de ni bola di chat beleu. Go luen gulen di chat ni bola di chat beleu. Go luen ka bu no bai. What you get any And then I look at my mom, mama would then one, well, and she could but the gole winchi chat the chilo, wale am chat, woolen the lendo a chibi chat. So it happened that Gokulo Paneda, my uncle just passed 2 weeks ago. You are the mind you what, Gokula by. Go back, Gokula Kaila Yoke Liu, go what I did. It's no quite well goodbye, and then go mom well, okay, actually, well, but do Corbat Lily. Gole okay, mama tenye pandi ara kor bu duken ka bi do no bai, gole chila mama, gole no, gole mi chat. Well, okay, so we made a deal. Na de hiena no wong ben no. Kwa bene koi jan ba ay lo ko yot. Gole okay, tilene lo ale tian rot. Na lo rot tian. Then ku bulan dua be ko ta ba ben abro mo then kin kar lor ku yot wong. Ti chin wong chin ka then kin lor ku mar rot pe ko chi. Then ku yin bulan dua be ko ra ki be yu ku cha don ko ba then don't lose sight. Gwale lo okay. Yeah, my sister cha le ni na luel. Ko je bulan je luel ni bol bar go la mar pe lar ku ka ka. Na kar ba wong lir ku wong cha lo. Go mo je go adom chin ku yulen on the other side. Ko mar pe ko chi. Bulan di ja ko ra tin ko ra wan cho ra tian kem ke je bu la o. And I think na chung ping kwar bi ja chuol go ra ja chuor ka go le okay in chi pian du to ga ja loy. It le yin cha le yin da gi bu la lor bu ti cha gam go le it's okay. Wa chi chat that's the first thing step cho bo cho go wan. Go ka bi yal de li. Go le ni go le nyen go le lan kin ya. Go no okay cha de du ni to le go to kon the whole time a good few bu ga be yo wa ko. Yes. Go le chi ran de kon wa cha lo few go jo ko be. So that was a 89 ala tim quarter the late kujogola la panyunduk. That's as early started kana. Na lok la panyunduk life took a turn. Wulen dia kwai tiong en ran mo wa my dad doi to JJ ran 105. Go my mom go la bay. Na chi my mom la bay then I took notes. My uncle hello panakim kule Dubai. Then wa on a man tite in with the toddler. And don't get my sister well walk or what dear. Ulen dia kar kam pana kim kana bai la ben bai bi hotel walk ku Dubai. Na kin ku lo a chin ku chu chu gwa dai la ga pana kim shan ma me dai ka yo gal wel ku le lo ka tamate lo ka tamate ma chu pur ku wa lo tamate ma lur ku pin ku cham ku tamate. Ku liore nam de kinga chol papa lior my sister ku cham ku. Yeah, so I took note there. Bu be lo itang. Lo ku lo itang le ria ku ka ja lo kar ka my uncle liu. Ka first thing chura loy ako ya nong ti che jai ken ke ro datin go ran go ben ku ri ro to yi ko ye lelo mo ke de ke mi kon ga ko wa rescue kar ka ji tam go bo mar ka chen a bo my sister bla don ke ni yan wa che la po ka chen ka dia a en ke te che pi ro lo wa chi cha de ka me je ten the first scare thing to ro lo wa che ben ku ka coach pinya wa ko ku len dia go wa ta wa ba ja yo go wa ta nam si kwan ra ne very hyper kid gole ka nang cha ping cho gole mu cha ping ni no ga ya bi chan ya ru gole na ga ping cho gole la ya bo you know gole de la ni bol gole ke la ya ga ada first thing go po te la ni chin e de ka la ne cho wa nyar wa ka da e cho wa nyar wa nam si bu ben yes wa che pu pot bu ben po nyu bu ber ko be be ja la ba ko ben kilo le po chala yes. Ko jal be bi jal wa cha gulin die be bi ya teacher ke token student. So wa cha bi cha te te na ko jal ben na rus bu jal ben Kakuma. Yeah, so in ke te re journey da kan from Kakuma wa cha process bu jal ben Canada
Wow.
2001. Yeah.
So
So
you know
then
one of the lost girls.
if I'm a lost girl, maybe yes, because what a generation of Kakuma. My uncle was a teacher, but a student in J Chamber. So yes, walk it to J Chamber. I grew up with many of them.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. Oh my
So
goodness. I can't
yeah,
believe like seeing like you to chat on churo ko kwanya until wajaben
I took
kapuma.
yeah to Panyit. So yeah, so in cái journey that kind
So
to talk about fear. survival and strength. Aka Iran ka long to chen in put the che waka chat in way mid, There were times, in Chencham,
Wow.
right? The chat got for long hours, got adult out there, ben go back, go bear that. Well, you just have to, why you do that, go to be chum in bed talking. Uh, they are there, could you get it and it can keep walking, right? You find yourself you're lucky because na Japan. So I always say I'm lucky because I know Coco can make it, right? So Iran cho well thankfully muchura lui Coco ni ke jal along the way kuti cheni pira till today. So Iran cho you know that you're lucky because you survived this far. So I tell you in strength that I think I'm grateful for every moment in life. Yeah.
That's powerful. Whoever chat
Yeah.
what you got your we jar or tir and ka lu
No,
fly. Ba
yo,
pur bale.
eh? Ema burubele, yes. En ke churo loy. Yeah. So to talk about Kakuma en get to when I think I can call it home. Kuba
Mhm.
Canada jal be ya second home. Because en get ya you ke worry for so long.
So before we wala Kakuma, I have one question there. That so
Okay.
you mentioned so many things. You check a lay, check a escape. Check what
Yeah.
you can so many dangers. And can work exposed in from by
Mm-hmm.
all the way to
Yeah.
Narus to Kakuma. So you were constantly on move, escaping thing. Can you name
Yeah.
thing core? What kept
Yeah.
you going? You man yeah too, because man what on a different level of strength kind of man yeah. So what kept you going through those those early years
Yeah.
of danger of moving from one place to another?
Oh. My uncle. William Điều Quài Tiong Quài and my idol. I always say he's my idol because his love and his protection. He was constantly there for us. No matter what, William was always there. The only time she walk for took a zaman she koi loka. Fi itang ko kaliu bai ko chula su ko lokai ka. But it was because from that time I can bear for can walk. So can a constant love I kind of give us the strength and yeah.
Oh, shout out to all uncles out there. I
Sure,
don't
uncle. I love my uncle. I love my uncle. I love my uncle.
yeah,
Yeah. So
that's good.
yeah, yeah. So my uncle was my idol
Kept you
growing up.
going, kept motivating you that you will make it.
Yes.
So now you Ben Kakuma,
Growing up.
no long
Yeah.
time in Bukwen. You talk a lot
Yeah.
about your experiences in Kakuma. A
Yeah.
significant part of that book, and they get chapter one and kin PIU. So I'm very excited. I can't wait. But you talk a
Yeah.
lot about so many things that Jakek experienced in Kakuma.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
So Kakuma become a significant part of your story. How did that experience shape who you are today, especially your sense of identity and belonging?
Mm-hmm. Kakuma. I love Aulwela Kabu Gola Jane Kor Kakuma.
Great.
Coming to Kakuma, we were not 10. And at the age of 10, what can Nanga Korna Ganyan Madia? Thì nó có này chứ pin giáo tuổi and everything or we came nam to Danny wara la piete ni wir.
Hmm.
Yeah. Kujela school. So it become a significant part of me. The care kangi toy challenges aketo. Kutaka and man when chino mama day. So yes, and my uncle continue to do a race. Kanong challenges kunyan ma dia bi ma cholo mach en karan when what chadu wai group but wa wan yera wa ka tawaro wai la por kor de na le wa ber du waro bula rer ke ne tan ke se tim cho kor cho bas ko lo ko du bai Kakuma is significant long end because in Katie renting before Ban and Ben Kakuma. Yes, what to Rurala Pure, Vir code and everything. I started with school, kadang a team chok on Biwa Kakuma. Piwa ga tau balloon ku jel ka kwai kem ku jel sukul gwa jokatan. So kaya na ne ran when hyper kid. They put it that way. Ku nyan ma they very calm abi majo. Ku na lo ku lo ke yen kan ko ya ke liap kan ko dit ku ko kor so kan bel bur ku sa ta ba ja ti din chi jam. That part was challenging in end because on the one we whisper la ben ke jam go later kada ne. And then almost maybe almost every day ba garin kada ne ku later and maktab ko la lui. So we became creative. Well, my chama sometimes you go leave go tell read it could just get real towel because you never know but alone you shakli you there. And then yes, my uncle Louis great Louis the monitor. That well like he's my idol because I have been going no I can't great kuha can you bol okay. Go to wala pol. So yeah, I got into so many trouble at the school. Uh, we are well by kulwel bihayen ka rio Nyibol because anto kan dal kri bana loy knowledge what any troublemaker yan just because I'm a doll I can smooth things out with my laughter and so go was afraid that akira loy na julen gyalo alu book together aba paltin ku joko ben were really close ko loy ku ngod akol ku ya monitor tani ya I moved down over did take a 8, 12, 13, reaching, yeah, teenage years. I don't challenges to road by alloy. Uh, Ku challenges kaka, I check of a face, but I can kill my family. Uh, but I love Ben by and then all of that touchy thing that she jam jam about. So I turned to myself. I'm like, I'm gonna face these challenges alone. And the first encounter almost broke me, but then I held myself together. Ane rane munga meet and ke rane munga meet so and always Paul can meet and everything so yes rane log ben by and ko ka jalo anong azuma lo yu group it go car go la turn mama go my mom said no we don't talk about such things kuchura lo well okay so what I did I ended up bullying the guy yeah so because the adult when I go for bully appropriate then I just bend pan and then I make faces. Kulani la well, but I yo, yeah. And then kujala love you go, oh my goodness, people go ya by a bully. And tell ga bukoji you bend panda. I kept it to myself. Yeah. So kaya challenges okay churu loy kaya. And the second one, I was like, oh, it's just a game. I'm gonna see how to be lot so far. So I built resilience. And then I turned things around. I didn't take it a negative way. I thought maybe it's who they are. There's nothing I can change. But the game is on my side. But how to protect myself and how to turn it not to be a negative thing. So let me tell below. Yeah.
Into something very sensitive, but you got to because it is really it happen a lot in a community that here is drum to open, especially near chicken big jam. And
Yeah.
there's so many like I remember the one then on the unmet in corona no the biggest thin kwa boga look like a dog. Quite
Yeah.
adults. And you
Yeah.
cannot say those things.
Yeah.
So I maybe I thought maybe that's what you were alluding to. I just
Yeah.
want you to take it outside yourself.
Hmm.
Did you see that common thing where the enemy room talking and in our community in general that medal belong very important message called the person on caregiver day mama day
Yeah.
yeah think well and like yourself but then and then armies have to devise ways to protect themselves or will just give up and be, exploited or be live in trauma. What are your thoughts on those?
Yeah, quick in a quick, whether because I was such a hyper kid, a
Mm-hmm.
troublemaker, known as a troublemaker, in our target will is something you common. It's hard to separate the two.
Yeah.
And the first encounter, it was not somebody far, but the guy decided, kaya liu by so to take advantage. Gwala le mama ko lalo, oh my goodness, rana ko gole ni bola ba kay rio gwala okay. Kujala benche, kujala yi achieving yo. Yeah. So the la comment, the first thing le balwela an Melinyan is 17. They put it this way. So and why be my jolwaka dialogue room 17 agent in yeah, Kolnyang. That this guy go Corby and room topping to make a deal. Well, I don't make deal with adult. What is your deal, uncle? Take all go let go let cái đây go cái điều go bully. Yeah, I just to have I just have this willpower. Go let okay. Le bala le deal luna le bala le because I'm more than kira go mar diori. They put it that way. Go bu deal bu loy go le deal and go le kapala le uncle dia. Go le no. Kachel well go le hey. I tell well na ye deal so they put it that way. Go le no. Chua chen wo go le yen ka uncle dia ka win my uncle. Này các khung cá tổ cái gam cái ràn được qua ba là tí cha các ba là lue các cái in con ba khung tổ go ran nó tổ đề. So up here Kenny and I we were the two that talk about things that happened. But I was not gonna let myself down. Okay, cha could but let my family because ni kaka ke ko ni you are kapama. Inappropriate stuff. Could always yes, my aunt actually will Nyibol Ajak Thiong le keep ko ka they were really big thing. And night and well when ko ja you can right? Yeah. The two things okay jal kadang so anchi jal fast forward chan jal mer diore ko jera ane jelwel jera la dam ko ranyen golwe when mo che chiu be nyo right so was one on one go jal really ja nyo because the kiro mar diore and one thing I never will I'm grateful a way when it you were raised ti any mentor ki ne nyan ti te ko je mer direct in your jam could jam it when being roti I think that way chala coin in a way. Yeah. So chan bo coin when chan and charola charity did it. And the thing is I just comment gonna cut and can we take a deal comment but just I took a car book a jam about it because ella I ran me la ben bela biang a call when you can movement by a yende like a little by when I yende will play it. I downplay it. But yeah, kaka I think I comment but chiran got the jam about it. Calorit. Yeah.
Thank you for raising that conversation. Here on the
Yeah.
U-turn, we, we,
Yeah.
we talk about women empowerment and an empowered woman, a girl child empowered. Because a girl child empowered and girl will grow up to become an empowered woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
And where girl grow, right? These resilient and capabilities develop. Then
Yeah.
need how to protect themselves because Pandunian get your first 70 year practice because the
Mm-hmm.
world is even wide.
Yeah.
And in our community, quite soon acquiring a do by like so many are related family members. I really took in a big extended family. And some of these
Yeah.
things, if for others who not man then gal be cake
Mm-hmm.
abuse in your present right? But if not man when no yum you say very So I want you to talk about that. I remember on quad and I won't relate to my person but not take your story away.
Yeah.
And I don't talk into because I'm jammer it can be a bit tough, you know. So, but then okay, I'm going. So you talk a lot about being men on strong will, being men jam. You see, so how do you think that those qualities they try book at one page, but you become rebellious, and you find spaces in your friendship. So there is a question about the role friendship should play in your life in your early years to keep you grounded in the absence of your parent. Because first of all, ba men bar anong challenges ke. But they are rebellious in that situation, anong challenges ke. But they are looking outside for your own circle of support, anong challenges ke. So can you unpack those things? Like how did your intrinsic, traits, navigate all these social, structures. Until and what can you tell now, man, the Chirin who might be in such situation right now, experiencing those things without mom and dad, and navigating rebelliousness? Because men are barren, can man champion, can man quality, can man and so many things. Do you believe those were you just okay, trade war, you just kaka ega lewu go ku pa to glory kake.
Oh, okay. Two things I really kind of under strong willpower and stubborn, but because I was grounded in love, and yeah, my uncle and Yara so much. So anarana mungu meet so meet la in another way because trouble jack and yeah, my cousin so much so me the aka move quite local so I rubber balance ala. Kate alone in this is that I need to label. Chin chipagate so far. The first thing trouble loik in I don't know you which I loik kang adwich. Goran go le men rana them ungen a young young rio gole. Okay? Until label. Ah yes. You know, a Louis school appeared. But before I chore a couple of chore and then kala yele ka loyele. And then lagu what French anong friend when me je jam berge student ke maya na no ran when ke beneficiaries ke good deed my uncle ke yan because I'm very friendly and ke only one day Paul but they group je jam I can shout out some name men the tuanya chol ko madang men gwele chol jualier men de apu ke chol kadang Benjamin aja ko peto jaja these were my guys. Thì kêu ali hab chala loy ma sura nom ke somewhere close to them there kan ye hab to hako ake anong crowd ye ko loy bai anong crowd ye ko loy bi kan anong crowd group de chamere no matter where abel wele nyan man de kwai tiong ke kan chiran god en I call that relationship bi bai ka dan kan yes anong ka chien ya ko wo ko anong ka chien ya ka ting dang relationship kan my cousin kumi de kin I ran, I call chen I do buy, okay, go buy and when because it's ran with me, moon you pull up, bro, reach. Canting, yes, in the animal, yeah, into condition to behave certain way, but I can get a charioca dear. First in a car, I well, and yeah, commit, quanya banyation. I want to be somebody. Can't like yala, I survival the skills. Bên cái nhà này dăng tiếng cái cha dăng tiếng cái chơi riêng hiện vật nó cái điện cả là piri kunyai my uncle is there for me so cái thì chỉ là bên trên này cái cái luôn cái challenges because you know anh nhẹ na là bài gặp bị lên về là you ấy như bồi cái chơi lối the good girls were there but not me anh ấy chúng cái tôi ngài cha tiếng cái chơi lối gặp mẹ ra cô and I built thick skin because you know first thing and you are grounded in love. My uncle loved me so much. No matter if loy BTT and my personality, no one can change it. Go and loy to believe in myself. Because nala ben by my uncle report ka de long oh. Now one great to lopping at the back of my head, yes, antipolaritic. You accord by somebody tomorrow. Right? Example, if I know the cow in a community, yes. Why take a level one in your mother appear? There's barur yo ka vela bu ka kwen bi bu dier. We are the moment who na ki la twen ala ka bu ka la kwen bi ka ding di che wadir. Come the first thing. che yin ka yo ben nyir ga lo yin lo kun dom le ran go ben ko dom chin en che lo su ku nye an trouble maker ku na la le mai mama chi bi ni ko ram ben ko dom chin e ga go chin ko le mu du a ku le candidate ku le ga candidate ko go wa won ku le fis go lim ba ka ko mier kwa mbala na wala mbala ben that lo ben and I embarrassed the guy. I think I below ping by go yo nyibol. From that time I set myself free. Kiran kian be God because I'm grounded. Don't will by can need my personality here I need. Yeah. So get
Wow. Wow.
yeah.
Jane Cole, I really like where you say you were grounded in love. So
Yeah.
no matter what, you know who you are. That means you know yourself. Even in Charangang or in your troublemaker, in
Yeah.
your own words, you really know why you are making those troubles. So you were actually intentional. So I just
Yeah.
want you to take a step back. No, this idealized issue of being a good girl, nyan chatter you pick.
Mm.
I think it's opposite of that, as you said. You are
Oh.
that opposite of nyan chatter you pick. So can you tell us, a moment where, you know, being your strong willpower, right? Or you create a dog win jamran your humor rebellious can I and I eat create better I cry so how can you share moments where these traits or these become your anchor when things become really overwhelming later on in life, like this your trait kunwari how did they actually help you now in a grown up person? Is there any one story in the bill you reflect actually it can change on the actual and book one you can age.
Oh. Yes. Kacheno la ngat ke will turn into something. Because of course ane la ngat but any thing can we will take one by one. Teacher will turn again. Pin nom sometimes le quite dear ko le yin man loy ken and ko loy ken and ka chi ping until ba ya law job challenge or where challenge ka jel ta ko are ko duel. Something I'm about to share a personal. What happened? And my second child, and on a Friday. I on Tuesday, my husband lay panakin, kin bebela buche. So I was left with a 9-year old and a 3 weeks old baby. Pan Canada, in at one day. And on postpartum depression and a dead husband. What do you do in that situation? Yeah, kaya life journey ka. Sorry, I'm gonna tear up a bit.
Sorry to hear that.
So I went into a postpartum depression, breathing at the same time. Anong meron wala chin, manage college. So it was hard. I just, I think the brain kind of went blank. Yeah, when this thing happened. Man, I think I changed the career event. And so I went back into my memory, my flashback. Kawin ke yado fi kalakan. Mama wunde nyuan. Mama nyala guto. Kuli a teaching wulendia because wulendi kwa tiyo ngayon welon kulwela. Ako arabang nga nam chinde. Because pinnum akut yang akon bijal yin tik kay yin moch edik bokaruta upit Okay? I went back to that teaching. That values to be independent. Akwai, not today. When we were growing up at the age of 12 on before Banben, Canada, my uncle, we used to have a meeting. Are you capable of doing this? I'll strength the kaya point out, in the bucket a little, in the bucket a little. Kuping no maka, you know. So I went back to that teaching. Kaka yima uncle leka. To mama used to say, Nyibol, there is tomorrow. There used to be time I just can't eat to a lobes lad with no lombes. Can you let me just sit there for rare for chaja? Couple of things with jam for the when chin bear. I look at to an jorat. Kaka chan ka dutin war chan on a rich and you. I went back. Uh, gonna be what, 14 years this year? My baby will be 14. Ko can I dear? Me and can that independent but pure. Kediche amat today. Kumiche, kediche yende yakole. You feel resilient. Kale ko ga yin, bana kala ngam kukana yide. I have been at play time and time difficult time. And get the kajan. Yeah.
Wow, thank you. Thank you for sharing. And for sure, I literally joke many people are talking in the internet in the comment section.
Mm.
They are relating in your moment. And it's a very profound, question. It's that experience, but I can relate can challenges in work, in our community in work, growth, right? We sometimes we won't be near kwa big ya, big ya fragile. Yeah, big ya dependent, right? In men yaklen but yeah, because pida a game mochin.
Mm.
And even what dear and kakuma, majority of near kuchim Michael or no mon kor benati a kapel school. Kujeran juire brod e bija chol ko torot. Be chu ko ko non ko yen ko chungang bala kor non sa jere yen ko chuwa. Be chu ka chol cho di chu ka ba chu ka soft. Bara ja juir ka yin yete because you need that achit ya ke pidu e settle mo will look for food kudu be se babata. I don't think we're up right now because quite for Kajala can. But your story actually demonstrates that there is more life be you after thief, right? It can happen. Unfortunately, chiman kichirabu yin bi one bi moj bu to yichien, right? Ku yi now rokiro ngakon because bin we are scattered. Where I can yi to war wife inherited kede an war ba na re ko in a community setting or so Sudan which mo du nyen jal ka won pandu e ka lu muso ya pie taking care you wai ku ago a benten or mama do or tingu wulen or kogo kwad will come helping you with kids. But now you are in this situation where you need to when meet men tin wali chin ku men nywe I can win by being inherit be kawar yo mo ndu bugalu taking care. I think, other community members who are there work at night when midari rin kwa brand mentok dom ku bata one mentok. Now you to. If now you can deal kin independent mind or kin don't care. Just to put it that way because yin anya and when la kong wu chene pide chene gele kajuchi can below it. And that is just one thing. There's so many things in my relationship, baby, right? I would like in a bit, yeah, bubble talk. So sometimes so can't come, but also turn near at a thing too. Near a boy, dear dog, you took it, yeah. So this is a strong case for women empowerment. Really, that's what I'm saying. And thank you, Bulma, do to Java comment section. That's why we talk about but men to prepare for life. Amen nyaka amen much because I change it. You know better to think where better life benen like chin could be like I'm sure of it. So thank you so much for sharing that. It's really very touching, and I'm happy you managed to overcome it. I know as you speak today, I can overcome. 14 years later, you wrote a book. You degree to do. You mashallah. Like you are not from a position of how you have managed it. So congratulations. Uh, it's really powerful that you made it. So
Thank you.
so maybe by you going to so what is it, was that the moment? What triggered you to write your book now and not 5 years ago or 10 years ago when those things were happening? What was the U-turn moment that made you to learn? Actually, I need to write this story. You compelled to write your book.
Oh, you know, I've been going back and forth between here and South Sudan. And then I just look back and I'm like, wow. Yeah, just look at many women there suffering and all of that. And then you just look at your life and you're like, just bakaka gyong nana to inspire other people nana de yen. Yes, I've gone through what I've gone through. But it's any appear. You might see, a dim light in the tunnel, but it's not the end of life. Na no ranto, you push to be somebody tomorrow. Kien ke a quarter life. Days are cheton. No colon bina down, no colon bin bed all. You know. Ien ke choin jakada. Ke choin get book. Nana de yes. I have lived to tell my story. Kwan mod ke yan. My teaching, Kokowin Chia support along the way until now. Kick out a core cake in life, but Nangrang just to give you that push, to buy your inner strength. Chibi chato and keep moving. I know around the be bad, you could be the bad where cold and then you keep pushing. Yen ke peer and a chana chagal worry with their peer man. A banin, Kupaja ya, but pinya bato, pinya ki worry, general pinya tuganin. Yeah, tuganin, but I know around we you push, and I look back, I'm like, I should be grateful. Despite Kachan and Kolotin, I know Rand going through worst time right now. Iba bale yin ran when pinga len men when ye ting na de yet. To a ngod ke di de junu. I know me the bear when ngod ke jwich. They're going through a hard time. But na no ran tung yi ran tung to push that kid. Take da be de be bela war tomorrow. So in ke kindergarten and book na de yes, I was grounded in love and I think that love in kachong ke and today. Yeah. Can Louis break and call when a jam thing when why did my money not day you can win a chol cock a domichin. A dungo run look back to high school. A dungo yellow bago yellow. So yeah, well okay. And then tomorrow at you back here cool. Keep pushing. The same thing my uncle had been look up to dear one, take a one. Kate a pew could dear hero can get over can a pew, don't go well, chick right? You can see the difference. Gwalel ya gwalel dom ran to ko, you know. Dom ran to ko kuye ting tane. So yes, I know one person it happened that what you been London, Ontario to. A ben quality. She used to dress up so well and everything. I'm like, I want to be like that lady. Yeah. I want to be that like that lady. And it happened that what to London and talk about and I can just see her and smile. She just always laugh like me and it's galano giggle. That's me, right? And I think I charge her because nothing check on area. I look new current and put dala like I like when funny lata. Bandol who wear Kariban Kulara that way. It just banye achene akarapira can but keep pushing na no ran you going we ran to in a position of power. No ran but think of 20 shilling which I year ran or 2,000 when you jabe man people are book a kapira that day. So, I think. Thank you, Atiang Riabai. Atiang Riabai, I think you got it.
Thank you. No,
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
I
yeah,
inspired there because
yeah,
people natural antum chi donko. You might
yeah,
antum video la ping.
yeah.
Well, if your ball can
Mm,
make it,
mm,
I can make it.
yeah,
So who's the period antum again? That's a powerful motivation. Thank you for sharing
yeah,
and thank you for writing your book. And
yeah.
one of the things you could I personally I talk about it a lot
Mm,
about write your story. 1 year, especially 1 year, the Monja, 1 year, the South Sudanese. One a lot of stories in Wakalatin, one a lot of hardship in Wakalatin. Some people they will just come on Facebook and pour their heart out.
mm,
But actually, you can actually document something because Facebook now after 28 days, number can do delete. Why can
mm,
you write a story? A book you can have and a brain for hundred thousand of years when you put your dong in your print. You now
yeah.
write a story that not only this generation and next generation, but even whatever generation below Ben me have no access. A lot of people yeah, them and the centuries come. So you have actually
Mm,
documented very powerful stories, maybe history, maybe who went through
mm.
this time. So you have actually preserved the story of our time. So it's really powerful. Now what they are, instead we are alive, just document your book. And if you need help, reach out to someone. Nyibol can even mentor you on how to write your story. Reach out to myself, reach out to other U10 members here. I mentor, they help people and some ideas on how to write. And you don't need to be an accomplished author. Right now, you can publish your own book independently. You don't need those ones. So thank you so much. I am inspired. I'm reading your book, and a very very funny book, by the way. If you want to learn more, you will. It's not funny all I but in the writing, you will laugh so hard. And I'm going to Jane Kor Kakuma, those memories are very deep. I don't know you for
Yeah.
why you got no dollar bookage.
No, kick up at the end, isn't it?
Yeah.
Coming to Mother's Day, I'll be a Mother's Day tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Why they are white pillars of the community? Could take a big role kaye ball by. Whether ye man do jadi kaye man quat. Let's be there for each other. Now young man the jiran ko ngongin kwanye. Because aberande have a bella kwanye pass on. That's what I believe. Thì trên men nó có chăn nuôi cái đẹp cô để được quê men nó phiếu ăn được các bác lộc này nghe đi chăn nuôi cái bia rồi it doesn't necessarily bên nang có blood moki but it có anh chăn nuôi yên ở bên lộc lên nuôi nghe knowing that Iran yo pe cô là chăn đam cô nhà có bé lộc ting ran đến nhà có bé đam cô nhà có community area cô ngồi lawyer cái pin giờ lọt quên cô near it có near a lot spread en cái ya thiên en cái này so accord book what you have to play a big role you know, touch of love to pass it on. Just small things or bang every yoga just or bang man that think the hour chol ku le ngar yen ha ku ba ku yai no. Example ya nyun ya dia kana kol kalwan ke dakal I just want your love mama. Just give me a hug or give me a kiss.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I know that's enough. Yeah. Ku lawyer, I can't be about that. Now you man the lawyer. Come be can lawyer comfortable knowing that somebody care. You know, it's the same thing a man was a man, and it's the same thing that my uncle did to me. That's why I say I love my uncle so much. Eh, you know, despite trouble change and Kalatin and all of that, no cool and I told mama come here, Galwelly and I hear get you but deep down and yeah. So we need to pass that message. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. I'm not going to happy Mother's Day tomorrow. A lot of mothers who are, watching this
Yeah.
conversation and who will go and watch the conversation. And Chole, you congratulate and we are all proud of you for writing your book.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Yeah.
So my next question before one and Jamba open up a U10 members, but an opportunity to to share their reflection, what they have heard from your story. In that now, so you need what jam about Yaldu from Baidi to Kakuma, to now to Canada and all the things Jingala through to now that your life at a jar be rebuilt in Canada. What does home mean to you? What does home mean to you today? And what message would you give someone they get in that season of uncertainty at home, like at home, like someone who is still moving from one place, either mentally or physically, a kid who settle on no challenges later and getting.
To me, home is love. Home without fear. Home that you feel secure regardless of where you are. To me, that is in home. When we were in Kakuma, in the annual Kakuma, in the first home, we were not on the move. Despite where there is love, that is home. Yeah. And to build my, but I try my best to build my home out of love. Yeah. In Kitty Academy. Security, it been through love. Self-esteem, it been through love. Like people around you in Chakrir, Rakupa, Yomben, Kujor, tomorrow, Kule, Boyino. Kunyina dek yin, koto around yin, I chingura pink and yin, you feel secure. I chin yin, I dek to me, that is home. Until we start all my, I try to yes, Canada, home, but yes, to me, home is love. Yeah.
Thank you. And that is the central theme of your book, Grounded.
Yeah.
Grounded
Grounded, yeah.
in love,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, Naira Kushen, that book title, just Google Grounded, and Grounded, A Tale of Hardship. A billion book at Amazon and link that in the comment section. That is powerful. Home is love. It doesn't mean when you are in uncertainty, if you know that you are loved, you will continue to push through hardship.
Yeah.
That's very
Yeah.
powerful.
Who caught or commit or caught or displaced and everything, just don't lose hope. Because when you lose hope, ka ju ya ro loy. Lekin na yi ngot den ke ran cho ran. Kuen ke yi cho der mia. Na yi ngot kunyik na ra de ke le long ku le no ran ku le ngai de keep going. Kin bi ara ko de ke chen pinya che to ko man. Lekin na pa li pio we ko pinya to ko no. Ne ne ke dien ka ba we. Yeah.
That's, that's
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Before you, I'm jala do nang yin by we do not kerja belum mah. Barang kalau lah nang you ten members, I told na biar rita gitu nya kan we to liu. Alaki, maybe I will start with you. Yin story, Nyibol Ajak Thiong Japing. Very inspiring. Sometimes it's heartbreak too. So what have you learned? And if you were to walk away today, what are the three key main takeaway the bucket la yung chapi?
Thank you so much. And to be honored to meet you, my sister Nyibol Ajak. I'm grateful to have learned a little bit about your story, but I'm definitely getting the book to learn more about you and to when Nacharan to book to God, and it's not just any book. It's a book that represent near Udiar, South Sudan, with all the difficulties they've gone through, and even more personal for me because I was in Kakuma. I grew up in Kakuma, Kainamanabar. I see so much of myself in your story, and it's the one thing that usually I think is more powerful than reading a generic motivational book or story. I want you to really relate to. You don't really relate to that until you grow up in America. Well, other privileged places, oh, because so and so made it, because Michelle Obama made it, I'm gonna make it. No, this is the mentorship that I see is important for young girls. It's important for young women. It's important for anyone who is on their journey to be self-reliant, who really believe on themselves. I strongly encourage the community to be open to having a tough conversation, especially experiences of young girls growing up. It's not just young girls; it's young boys too. I think the trend of saying "Ni rock ache kanyar bikri coach," and sometimes it's coming from a place of protection. We as women always want to protect our children. Even me, gonna get the you're always thinking this life, not the do I want my kids to go through it? So the big debate of modern life in corporate can meet and nobody else. You don't really know people. Other adults take a diet that actually grow up. You don't know how they grew up. Just because we're white, it doesn't mean you have to bring them around your children, right? You have to protect your children. There is this is very common story, very typical, and because I jam about it, people don't really know how it happened. But koi dir I meet the young when there's nobody else around. There's so much evil going on. I'm pretty sure every one of us around here can relate to that. And quite ran me like it could be ran like an you woolen, you one mood, you want a woolen, or you from women that always have those tendency to try to abuse Mitko, right? So protecting your children literally can mean being away from people. Only people you trust will be around your children. And I'm really grateful you shared that difficult story. Can walk today. It's giving me hope that people are talking about it. They're speaking up, and the community is ready to listen. As it has been shown, comment, koi Luyin support, koi who are cheering you on, and the last bit, Chalwele, and the biggest one, the hope. I think it's also the U-Turn project is a project of hope. Branding hope that Kanga brought gear, right? Because once you lose hope, you are spiritually dead and you're just living on day by day, getting peer better than. So thank you so much for sharing your time with us on Saturday here. It's a very busy place to live, Canada. Nacha weekend, Gam, it's a big gift. So Iran, Kola, this is this is your opportunity to learn more about Nyibol. Buy the book from Amazon or NATO places where Amazon I will reach. Somebody from Juba is asking Nyibol how they can get the book. So maybe when you have time, respond to that. Akwal, thank you for bringing Nyibol on the U-Turn. This has been amazing women empowerment story and community empowerment. So before I take too much time, back to you, Rhoda.
No, thank you so much. I'm happy you echo a lot of points and amplify them further because it's really matter. And thanks for being here. Luca, take it away. You're ping, your men take away. You get the only guy today on the platform. You took overwhelmed with the women's stories. And Mother's Day tomorrow, so I took it young. But yeah, what have you learned from your sisters?
Uh, Thank you, Madam Kwal Philip, and also to our guest of today, Nyibol. I really appreciate the way Nyibol explained our journey, and I'm very happy that tomorrow is Mother Day, and on the U10 we have one belief that U10 is doing well with the women empowerment. But before I comment on the books that Nyibol try to share idea and information about how she has started her journey. I think women are very important and they are the good people that can make the world to be a better place. That's one thing I know me personally because the time I reach school, I did not reach school through the appreciation from the man or my dad. No. And a law school, he came, Boba, the other panabun. So now Boba, panabun, and came a jam then to a yakol. Teren nguren ran tau ri tuya bio ko wane wal wel ka bio ke my uncle jana ko wan ke karer ke an taman mit lakin I think my grandmom de ke ting ke ko ting 2003 go and lui push go le gal fal ke del chal ke lo school jen mantinen na de ko when ben ben chokien ke kor ka blu ga biogo. So I think women are very important kwa ke ko na mer ko ke ku pyo ka iro dik ku chi ka women empowerment chi nye ba ke like when we women be ga independent ku nye ke when we ke be ga ko ba gwir that ka women empowerment ka bro nye lo dik ko be important ko be appreciate ku ka ja be kin martin ben because women empowerment now some in some part of the world especially here in South Sudan people has misunderstood the women empowerment. I think yeah, like na yok diar ka jam wala nyir ka jam where women empowerment kalela ka wiji can big men because it overturn yan biya ke bana musulin ka kwache yen that is not the way. Kan enda tin women empowerment e wet men ki chir ki kwani metin history chilwel ya na acha gwa touch at broad because I remember na ken Louis struggle by all means wa ken la into those hardship ka ngora ken pir mis ke ngora ken look dom la bi ga ko bi da ka bi ko pin tomorrow that re wa den de hardship ken kala tin kwa chi gum until today in ken book ken god command on the part of the book and chi book lu commenting lakin masi din tin wi bakang gam tan awal tawan my grandmom in here and school something very clear my dad been ngi why ju ko lakin chi lu insist ko le chala na le chen po kang war chen mi chila bo la chen po ko bi pol man ti kun ko le chen po bi la chat ke jon garang ya ne le kya gala ka bi jon garang nya wi le yat ji bi ba na tor ke ju rong tu. Then the other thing also in 2004 now I ran primer too. Then some of my friends and ba try began ba full out from school bugla today ne ko la dak la ko la auto tin because ya dak to be le fi gala wet ba rin ti ri la pay lakin my auntie also jibana ban ba ti go la gan in man school ba gam gra bi ban auto pin bi be to be le pin man school la kan ga je ai ta kan ga tan ko yun ci ta pana bun ci mun o ko ci dit ko aji ta pana bun aw le bo auto ko ben wala gorni ba de lakin in man school ngula wi ka ten lo jal. Well, and yeah, another thing chi women chi lo yan kan. Yeah, na cho alon chi nên cái ban ba lo my auntie ko chi cái lo my grandmom ka koi ko. De ka ba ko ngel tomorrow. It is because of what they have done to me by then. That then chi ya na wa to wan nguran chi gor no ngwa mo school that. That ngwan chi ke ban rom ko ek dan ya ko. So I think here kan nen kan Michela pay di dan ka kai ka women empowerment kan de dia pay ko what chi Nyibol kwani concerning bung den gen actual and mental South Sudan. I wish one day I will get that book and read because 2020 I was among the guys who were planning to go back to village, and then I came across one of my friend who was selling book online, and I met him and he gave me the book by Robert Kisoki. I think Dr. Robert Skella. I talked about it last time with you when I was mentioning IFDE. And in that book, when I read, it has touched my life and it has even changed my mind of going back to village because I was not having anything to do here in Juba. I'm not schooling and I'm not having any job. So I decided I want to go back to village to see the family. Maybe I would have even not graduated from Avanal University. Lakin books one Japan Quengen Bung Ranisha Robert. She got tough time never last, but tough people do. Achan ba fuja faidi. Kwe bung la god weden yan akoy kachi en chol tin bila jam kenim. Kwa koy chi yan dum ken kachi pura chin kachi ben bitin. Farmers. Now when le yo koy ka chilu they have gone through a lot. Go jala jam kenim la rata bi yan bung ken jal ba god. Yan kachi jala ye kage quote a tough time never last, but tough people do. And it has related with the unemployment in America until when Jane book bagot ayo bagot because of challenges sila yo kan ka yun they can face. So this one pushed me to stay here in Juba until where I am today, and I'm not planning even to give up on the thing that I want to achieve in my life because that book has touched my life and I have also learned a lot from it. The same to the book that my sister Nyibol wrote. I think anytime abida daman bian iyo kaman baben latin lakin information jaka nya yakol ku message ayo den ne ko le very important ken hope ke shol hope ken en ko loy fuch na cho cái in la ko ra ji chit ngui ku yin de hope la na de ka ngabru wa tomorrow win ba na bata person ta der ke yin chi ko chi yo ga chi le begin ti am pa I really appreciate that one, and I take it as very serious thing. To me, I and bachak la kre chin ngui. Kena ta onu pe waden bika kip ke roban war tomorrow. Kwe hope in ye chole ya elu fush bas. So ken en message ya yo gen very important ya nyaten. Ten gran be message ni bola yo kaman put in your mind the choko kurai de pe. Ka chen akar ko ko ban fiat. Chiman ni bol kin mati ne je sorry de balo share. Even cha gwa yoga photo yan ka chen lai chen la cái ra chen ka bak tin la du ka kuma yan da ra kan chen ka chir kan cha kang yok da du pye ri yeah so cái tin na yo kan kle ba martin bung den god kan e very important ko book bi ko bi wi bi ngi bi kun tin ju manan ya kamandan
Wow, wow, what great reflection and what a great tribute and honor to women, to your grandma and your auntie, and all of us here, the power of women in, and love when women get I love, can I be met they want to see me can succeed and it was very funny how hearing your grandma yeah school is natural yeah you are way come work those I remember a story from my dad that you don't even gamma missing post yeah school age and now they say they will go big like yeah you get a mobile now come South Sudan they're the one eating oil money so it's a good thing that you actually end up now, in weight cut and you are on the U-turn. It's a great success story. Thank you so much and thank you for echoing Nyibol story and it touches all of us and it's been very powerful that it touches men like you because when women and men be getting mad can get our community can and will push the agenda of girl empowerment, of women empowerment. So thank you, Luca. And Dorcas, it's your turn. In ping. What is your mental away? I know you were laughing a lot of things. Really relate to you.
All right. Hi to the Utan family, and I'm happy to be here again to listen to the police story. Yeah, don't you bunch of guy, yeah. Like I can relate. Yes, I can relate. You know, in South Sudan and all those things, we usually do a lot of things, and you know, uh, I'm just mad to see that Nibol was down at some point and Rajor. So Ian Kechol, I think that's the real meaning of Utan. So you know, tong jahanam kin du chen o me barang he well the way chen gu ten kin bera well or du chen and but that's how life is. So when it come to koken yaren che lui push me ko up to now. You know, if you look back, but in history, jeng there, jeng en yar binyande bu pioj, but okay, yan yar pio we yan maton. So, kaya ja different and the mission like mission and purpose of that teaching, because mission on maybe I ever found a teaching right. So and they also know when I think anong diar when ke chiro kan kalawan and they were able to stand up and do it. Kama na ina na kulele when by when we stand up movement. Actually, I don't know, but the stand up I see when by do is not real. Actually, I think they are because you push honestly. I don't see it because in most cases maybe to add you kids and other entities ngade. So maybe no go to ngade the okay where there is style but in most cases I actually don't see. Maybe sometime in year bang the way I actually push people. But when but we reflect and I see that kind of independent like but talking baletong jeng kin lirot right but a live and I know rally kin catch in kaj kudu loik. It's not easy by the way, yes. Kwe something a pure meaning work on. So you know, on like my dad used to tell me that Laura Sukuli because Sukuli can be a wood and more and time I cannot be there. And if you are educated and you need strong, Kin Louis this one and Louis face alone. So every time on class school, I used to hear that word. So anytime I cannot be there, kuna that pay you can be able to support yourself. Yeah, and because Peter Chiranichin, you'll be the when you call Ben and anything can happen. But do it. And if you are not that strong to face this world, catch it easy. And okay, growing up and to relate a lot of these things. Kini yi bole lo yan kien bana hu pienu yan kien mi have ben ku yin mi nang de pie dunde. I just sympathy by the way, because um right now if I can just recall no remember because the more you grow I don't know yin lui reflect ku tinga ji ke yi ke lo ku jalon te yin man jamo ga kalo ke jol ina you yin long tin I just realize yin long tin yin keran yin ke yin a di long tin because bi ya tin ke ache ke da wa yin ran cha ke ku du ke yi tin because when you don't see your face eh Again, but I'm right the way for that short time and you see your face. Maybe can't take a dear in the thing man, I couldn't do I told thing you couldn't tell the picture do. Maybe you could even how your back look like. So I got pay guy thing every time. Even your face, ran paying him. So could you near delay in long thing can it? Man ki ta. In can you get in gonna, but I will look in it. Get your danger long thing in gonna eat yam. When you long thing gonna chin a chain it yam. So uh, I just realized that your inner you is actually you, and is what you should really protect because this physical you is just a chairman who they want in thin, a good chatting, a woman into thin in. So maybe keen physical outside in a job protect and boot chibi maybe a long thing. But key in a delay long thing. And to kin you work long tin du karre jare di ben ke chol banang ko balwele yan amade be miyo mi along damande na check piri er man kamade dien be you e long tin ken kuna chale rodia ke I just feel like pire ya easy ko and when ang door in your mind and in a you because na chalo ba ye kliwe ko ka yinye ba you mia inside you you really feel like yes ini ya comfortable and okay lakini yi long tin yo yen kene jaliw bara jade yon jaliw ku yen inde yen ate ku pinum ku ge ben yen da do edor peace of your mind ye nyai ku ya amana pire chinyi amana pire actually chinyi and you feel like ben in I think koko yen in e ppp dan bi nyai mu yi long tin ki ya yi ne ria achin ki yi da du ki amana bire to kwa chin ku chin ki yi ku be restore kalas ke na tingen ke ceria ka cinde dune you tinga ber pia so has that is in a has yen ke wo ku yen ke kidi ci ben man ci ben yen kana yen wo ku yen ni yen ke jelu decide to work on it because let me say right now if I say I will work on this right ku tagambe na baloy I actually do it but I think na balwe dependent I cannot do it. It does not work until I have to say yen kana baloy ka loy so that's how I just feel and all these things Ben is working on inner you and believing that you can do it man changeable alone. Yeah, I can. And kin ko la here but I can relate man ware be ware wa gari yinchin wa yinchin nga and chira ni chira na dongu ba dongu ria. Kin dongu kala la da chira ni chin. So I can just imagine I don't mean tin ko men to dir men have left school up pick and has to work for this kid with is not really easy. So nana ki lui within her and kien kana below regardless man ka woni ga remember o ga ben ya man tero lo mi ha ko lo to ku mo ben ki ga ke ben yeah so ke de ki lo ti jene lui give up ke yen man yen lui give up ke cha lo because aron ka kuna cha lo kana cha lo ku ba ja lo yen pe lo ala pir achi inche mi ha ko chi ni ku kene ke ye gol ke yi long tin chan ba ni mi ha ko to and banang resilient in you and all those things. So working on your inner you, make sure that you say I can do it. When banang meeting with yourself. When you know at the end you get to you're gonna do this thing. Honestly, I think it's real when you say that. But I really actually it, you know. I don't know, is it power that God has put in us? Because like when children give up like a child, even your inner you will break down all. Echen energy, echen even to start that thing below you. But I look at about low there. Like you feel energetic, right? You feel energetic and every possible thing. Like just feel everything just line up. And you go but I tell you about low. You know when when we're in school there's some project that can really be hard. But I tell you po. Kien ben no me dar bukun. Go dar brir and you feel like even honestly you cannot do it. But tell you about low. Chay rear, three ben together, mine ben together to really observe and even tala banyi for a long time you feel like everything is in line because of the gambaloy the physical you and the inner you that is invisible line up together and you do that project. So it is just saying that I can do this maintainable alone, being alone, a chin man nga domain the kwachinga. So it was that reflection and having a meeting with herself that yeah about low and I'll do it. So yes, this is the time now and I knew it there. Okay job and I'm pure to be strong because near the time a blood to and ki ja wo de chima na jaran to ro chima do because e ja be wo janan ko to ko man yinga. And yes, thing I just if you just look into this world man man on ko when you reflect and now it's really different. And I think it is now time, we have society nom ku ja ge ge ben el gala se dia ke ja lo push out kan ko lo hold back, right? And you believe in relate money nyan don karan all those things. No one even knows because by nyan don karan dia ben. But at the end, yeah, I think what okay lui mata e kun yi lo ke yi ko nyarot kwa yi ko nyaranda. Yes. Ke kun ji in brio ka the end. Because again ke bana cha they don't matter. Akrale. Ke mata e ba ko na lo ku dun de ka cha brand be ja diri ko. Brand be yin ja dir. And I think if our grandmothers, most of them are you could think jam kumina do have been chan magan school barrier. I know they used to be strong, but they are different with the way in empowerment enter. So congrats and kudos to Nipol for writing, styling up and standing up to read that to write that book. I know it has inspired most of us to sit down because sometimes we just feel like and you can reflect, you can just see that it is a lot and it's always if you believe and accept within you that you can do it.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you, Dorcas. I really like how you took it philosophically, but yeah, you led into the difference between the inner self, where and that is very powerful because if Nubo didn't believe in herself, right? Those inner assets, which you tell like your confidence in yourself, your belief in yourself, your assurance in yourself, there's nothing outside that you can achieve. So thank you so much for those wonderful reflections and encouragement to young women and young girls outside there. So anti ko ba kada ba we're close but I can't be nibble jala year. So Nyibolda, thank you in keeping reflection from all the youth and fellows. And kuja ko ka kenta me comment section here by. So maybe to wrap up the conversation, what is your last message? Maybe a reaction to which youth and members will, and then your final U10 message, message about ni or community members or people can bungu kwen ke way, this book what would be your last message? And then many people usually after the guest, I will message on the U10, want to know more about you, want to know where they can find book. Maybe you you to know if they want to reach out to you. Take it away.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. We có cho comment con trả cái địa. Will ka ne cha ka sum up. Na de ki create a goal with you, your inner self, right? You first have to believe in yourself. Na de kana ba loy ko ani nga kene. Chok yom chok a ben ku you kini real inside ka chi pipi, right? Is this all start with you? no matter what, right? The outside influence, I live in an impact. Like in along to when you roll up door, and again, this is what I believe, and this is what I want in life, and this is how I want to see myself in 10, 20 years, right? So change the structure. Ku jaka wo job baby ya ben long be can kachi be because you know yourself. Ki jabla ben ale jala important, yes. You have structured yourself, kun je lang mentor, kun support. That is just a push. But create bene convol ke yin. What do you really want in life? Na choi pio chanyo. Keran the ben be ti achi lew because you mo create bene gon long tin man de dor ka zelwele. Na chai pio pol ke ka chi be lew vi ru pio la pa ka le ka cha lew le kina le ka bal lew. Keran ti je la ben ku je le wo. Ngeda yes. This is your strength kin and you build on that. Yeah, you just build on that. A good brand, the yadir ke pushkin jura build rot. I believe in myself and I'm self-centered, I'm grounded. Could you my family love you, but then could you and be grounded more? Because that I knew this is what I want. At the age of 13, this is what I want. The first thing I started was like, I want to finish my high school. That's just how I started. And then afterward, then my uncle was like, okay, I want you guys to finish high school. Well, oh, yes. Manche uncle, oh, I want you guys to finish high school. I want to go to university. Right? So the push has to come within me. Yes. Yeah, I know when I like that way. Looking at your grounded. Could you support with Ben? Then you strong. Can be very bad push. My final message, but and it's going to women. Yaka mi yaka pin. The chamber Ben could lay it. I've gone through stuff, but it teach and grounded. Experience chakal through a chakal, but I don't want to spoil the book. You will learn more about me in the book. Okay, how stubborn I was. It teaching and strong, it's and stubborn, which in willpower. Those experience, it teach and break. It took a root completely. But because I'm self-centered, in kachana will through, but yak mir yak pig. Yes, what why? Kuka kuch. Everyone ben by ben here na. Okay? Eka kor ye man book kay men ya. Ano ba kayong kadia? It doesn't matter. Kola diang aku ye book kay nya. Na chimet ben kuli ka de ka pinga kan don't brush it off. Na e mia ku ber ka de lo na just brush off the first time when they no. Yeah, no, this person doesn't care. Na second time ku lo rat ka ju be ben no mi. They will turn to themselves. In ken di ga will buy pio kon pal pinyi ken med wel de. Achin men le ba ka de camera ko ka kiro loy. Ako biran be ye na tier men to we men mo en ka message en ka ba bo ken. Yes. We should be each other keepers. Ku trust e gol di ran le ke de. Ke de ni ken wane. Na ki ben ku you open up ka le okay this person care about. Na mi ha ku no ko be le ka gol ma te ya. Lekin I can brush off men ha chi be do. Chi be do no ngi da ro. Yeah. So ngi kar ba lewa message the second message. In other akor buya to ten for each other. Live rot is a battleground. Live rot is a battleground. No ran le bagwa got le go chere chol go wala chere bate. It's because I che yin. It's because I'm not ke le re ka through bana cha go gore le ga ka ku du ko bo wali ya. Baga bela gai. Lekin na we brush it off mate. Ku support. Where to about this can change somebody day. You know. Yes, Junub is going through hard time right now, but if we're there for each other, achi naze buwa ke cham da kin wer ba di rande na cha wo tinga chen ngor pin kulwe ngeda miato kete ka le benom jor ki chana chen ke chen. Yes. In ke message en kar ba lekin ken we ni ti to. We mi the bear to. I'm here. I'm a product of good deed. Nature generosity. Ko chen dam chin nyale chai today. Lekin believe in yourself. Kuira antung to Na no ran ni tinyer be support kin chora te ku yira dit on a position. Men tin tung chatting damikin yalu be aran kulda. Then kulava you could spread we ya. And get my last word. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for honoring the invite.
Yeah.
It's really amazing. It has been amazing conversation. And we're quite really going to walk from the beginning to the end. God bless you. Back a message I share will be at the U-turn today. Benora leg touch, Nora leg change. Thank you for being part of us. And you can always put your reflection in the comment. And Nyibol Nati Daman Yoga Ben will reply to those comments. So thank you all. Bakjana, wonderful weekend. Thank you, U10 members, for all the wonderful time we've had together. Thank you, Nyibolda. Have a wonderful day.
As we come to the end of this conversation, I just want to take a moment to remind you that the growth doesn't happen without taking a new direction. So if there is a message that has given you some clarity, some courage, or even a little bit of push towards the positive direction, I want you to take that with you, sit with it, go offline with it, and encourage you to continue to invest in your personal growth and say thank you for taking the time to be here for yourself and for the community, for the growth of the community. The U-Turn is not just a show. It's a community where real talk, real growth, and real U-Turn happens. So until next time, stay empowered, stay intentional, and never be afraid to make a U-Turn. Thanks. Bye.